Matchup. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Greg Anthony and with tip-off. It definitely did, David. He won titles when he played for the Lakers. Now he'll try to bring that winning mindset back to L.A. And, of course, Doris, it's early, but for teams with a lot of new faces, how long should it reasonably take for everything to start to come together?
Well, I think obviously some of that is contingent on, one, do you have your health at the start? Are there any minutes restrictions on players who might have had some off-season surgeries? There are so many things that go into how quickly a team can come together. Have you added significant pieces that will affect and take time to incorporate them into the system? But usually, Kevin, I would say by about Christmas is when teams start to get real about now we need to be all about chemistry and building momentum as we kind of march toward that all-star break.
And Doris, they always kind of look at games, coaches do, or sections of the schedule in groups of 20 or groups of 10 and say, you know, by the time we get to game 30, our guys have got to be at this level. I mean, do you notice that too when you talk to coaches? That's
a great point. I think the best way to do it is to break it into 20-game stretches, because you're basically saying we're at the quarter turn, we're at the half turn, and obviously the closer you get to April, boy, the intensity ramps up drastically.
And now the Lakers starting group. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's LeBron James, then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Drummond in at the 5. Lakers working the ball around now. Drummond, a screen, a 3-ball. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. The Lakers on D. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
No passion on the defensive end. Didn't look completely engaged. Really need to lock in and be focused on these road games.
Miles with it. He's picked up by Drummond. Back to Westbrook. And the bank shot is good.
If you allow Russell into the mid-range game, he is lethal.
Caldwell-Pope outside. He dishes it to James. There's the screen. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Westbrook. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
I like to watch Russell Westbrook go to work. This guy on the block, such an efficient scorer.
Shooter kicks to James. Over Miles. Here's Drummond. Good D by Westbrook.
You know, defenders are in the area, and that's all it took to force him to change his release.
Beal against Caldwell-Pope. Lopez a screen. Fires the 3. Washington with a fresh shot clock. Sinks that one from the post. Lopez has got his first bucket of the night.
You know, one of the most impactful offensive rebounders in the game. Robin Lopez doing work.
Caldwell-Pope kicks it over to Schroeder. Pulls from the top of the key. And there's Caldwell-Pope. That's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Beal against Caldwell-Pope. And Beal kicks to Westbrook. Miles with a screen on Schroeder. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Drummond. It's stolen by Schroeder. Down low. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. James against Miles. To the left side wing. Westbrook against Schroeder. And it's Westbrook missing. The Lakers in the lead. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Lakers from deep. Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Pass to Miles. Right side, Beal launches a 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Schroeder. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists now in this one. Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bryant with a screen on Davis. Here's Lopez. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
You know, so easy to admire the way he works at close range. Lopez showing that nice soft touch.
Well, Doris, one thing is certain for Bradley Beal. He's a lights-out shooter if you give him some space.
Oh, no doubt, Kev. Beal does such a great job always squaring his shoulders, even when he's coming off a screen. And that quick setup and release, really hard to defend.
Now the feed to Westbrook. Shoots over Schroeder, and that one's good. Westbrook's got 6.
Well, Russell Westbrook can make about any shot, and he's consistent at knocking down these particular looks.
Drummond dishes to Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
He feeds it to James. Davis sets a screen. Shoots over Miles and off the front iron, and in it goes. And it's 9 points for LeBron.
You know, Michael Jordan, later in his career, loved that mid-range game. And for LeBron, could it eventually be the same?
The shot's good. 8 points for Russell Westbrook.
You know, I like how he's getting involved in the offense. He's picking his spots and making his shot attempts count.
Schroeder kicks to LeBron. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. He's got 11.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Beal the pass to Westbrook. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Dominating this quarter. He's been absolutely fantastic shooting the ball, and they still trail.
LeBron dishes to Schroeder. Takes the 3. Here's Davis. And it's sent back by Bryant.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And Miles kicks to Westbrook. Shakes him. And it's good on the way in. Now just a 5-point Laker lead.
Boy, as aggressive as he's been hitting all these shots, they're still behind.
James right side. Here's Schroeder. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And the Lakers lead by 8.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Washington calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. Beasley the screen. The 3 from Bertans. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers leading by 8. The pass to Matthews. Over Beasley. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Gasol passes to Kuzma. Back to Harrell. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Clock is at 3. Tries again. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's a 10-point Laker lead.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
Smith outside. Beasley for 3. A rebound by the Lakers.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got his first 2 points.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
Smith dishes to Cephalosha. Pass to Bertens. Beasley the screen. And they get it. And he hits the jump shot.
Yeah, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
Pass to Harrell. Here's the floater. And he sinks the layup. And the Lakers lead by 12.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
One kick kicks to Bertans. Feeds it to Beasley. Pass to Bertans. Beasley the screen. From deep. Bertans can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 12. Covered by Smith. And there's the pass to Kuzma. Outside Gasol. Harrell dishes to Matthews. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against the Mavericks.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you'd have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job at penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Washington shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And last season, I think we saw just what could be a preview of what the Washington Wizards can be moving forward, right? They return to the second round of the playoffs. They have a clear core and strength to build around for the future.
They set the screen. Gasol, a screen on Smith. Kicks to Harrell. Here's Gasol. The shot, no good. And it's Washington the other way. Here's Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself, he converted in a big way.
To the inside. Lynn with the block.
Have you seen the agility of Alex Lynn in good position for the spot?
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 9. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And Russell Westbrook, a guy who has faced some criticism. Also a guy who is extremely critical.
It's tough, and I'm still learning every night to be able to.
Well, you have to love the competitive attitude, the desire to be great, not just for himself, but for his teammates, too.
And the emphasis on winning. That's why so many people in the league feel that it's just a matter of time before Westbrook puts those finishing touches on his game.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
It was huge, no doubt, and it seems like they simply can't miss from downtown.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So the Wizards 5 right now. Beasley is out there with Len, and it's Thabo Cephalosha. Then there's Ish Smith, and it's Bertens in at the small forward. And here is Los Angeles now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's the screen. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Wizards.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for him. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
Here's Kuzma, covered by Cephalosha, to the middle. Right wing for three. Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Smith outside. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Beasley. Fires from deep. And it's Beasley again missing. Los Angeles leading by 7. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. And he even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Here's Bertans. He's covered by Matthews. Matthews against Beasley. And the layup's good off the glass. Beasley's got 4 points this quarter.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
There's the screen. Dishes to Matthews. Over Cephalosha. Matthews, no good. Wizards trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
I'll tell you, he's not going to get in his coach's good graces if he's missing wide open looks like that.
For the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Washington calls timeout. Doris, you were born in New York, became the first female analyst to ever call a Knicks game. Talk about the emotions that night, having traveled that incredible journey.
You know, Kev, it was both magical and nerve-wracking. You know, I grew up a Knicks fan when there was a healthy Bernard King, and the league had absolutely nothing for him when he was doing work on the low post. Hubie Brown was an idol of mine. But it was also nerve-wracking to be the first woman to sit in Clyde Frazier's seat. It was sort of awe-inspiring and a ton of fun.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. There's the dish to Miles. Outside, Beal. Here's Westbrook. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Westbrook's got 14 points.
Russell Westbrook finding the sweet spot, and at this point, that's just about any spot on the floor.
James, the pass to Davis. Fades away. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Anthony Davis. Schroeder against Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Wizards trailed by 11. Miles with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against Dallas. He kicks to Westbrook. Looking for Beal. He gets it there. That one falls. Beal's got his second bucket tonight.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
This all setting the pick for Schroeder. Davis sets a screen. Jacks up a 3. A shot by LeBron. No good.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Down low, Davis. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. He's got 8.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Goes up the baseline. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And the Lakers lead by 13.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
To the paint. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist from Beal. Lopez has got his third basket of the night right there.
Listen, Beal could have taken that shot, but the court vision's so good that he sees a chance to get his guy a better look.
And it's Davis at the elbow. Fires from 18. The shot, no good. And it's Washington the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that'll be the third of the four straight at home. And there's the feed to Miles. Over James. Miles, that's good. Miles has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Wizards. Inside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Greg, from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots. We knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, you knew he'd have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, it has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Doris, wearable body tracking, such as sensors the teams use to determine stress load on players' bodies, how much they run during a game, during a practice, how fast they're going. Are we taking this thing too far?
You know, it's an excellent question. Listen, technology is increasing to the point where these teams now have a greater body of information with which to work. So I think just like we see in other areas of the game, analytics relative to team success, what's a good shot, what's a bad shot, the more information, the better. I think it comes down to an organizational decision. How much stress will we put on the information given by these particular body tracking monitors? I think it's got to be on a case-by-case basis. Certainly, the organizations will use it to the best of their abilities.
But if it helps the game, helps the players stay healthy, gives teams a better compass on how to use the players, I'm all for it.
Me too, Kev. Me too.
For Los Angeles, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's LeBron. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
And Doris, one thing we've seen with LeBron, he's not shy putting pressure on the franchise when it comes to personnel decisions.
Right, Kev, this guy is very serious about winning championships. LeBron James expects support from ownership in terms of acquiring the right pieces, and he keeps his contract short with a purpose. That exerts leverage to be in position to win.
They set the pick. Westbrook against Davis. And finished off by Westbrook.
Now the superb athleticism of Russell Westbrook on full display. The vertical out of this world.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. And Drummond kicks to Davis. Launches a 3. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Davis. And that's now 17 points for LeBron. Beal against Caldwell Pope. Here's Westbrook. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
There's a good screen, and Drummond kicks it over to Schroeder. Miles against LeBron. Drummond a screen. James dishes to Drummond. Count the basket. And the Lakers lead by 13.
Now, the awareness that LeBron possesses was on display there. He knew exactly where to find the easy look.
Here's Westbrook. Rebounded by the Lakers. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Boy, a wide open look from mid-range that goes by the wayside. You can tell he's upset.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
It's Westbrook with the drive. There's Beal with the 3. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here is Drummond. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And it's Schroeder missing.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Great positioning on the putback.
Right place, right time. Go ahead, Robin. We see you doing work.
Lakers leading by 10. LeBron kicks it over to Schroeder. Davis with a screen on Westbrook. LeBron outside. This one for 3. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And LeBron James showing no signs of slowing up anytime soon, scoring with ease.
Westbrook kicks to Beal. Lopez a screen on Drummond. Here's Beal, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Drummond mixes defensive smarts with elite physical tools, and that's what makes him a solid defender. He's going to get his hands on a few shots each and every game.
Good D by Lopez.
Gets it to very close range, but there was no way the defense going to back off and give him that layup.
Westbrook finds himself wide open and drills it. Westbrook's got 22.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
Well, to say it's not easy to guard Russell Westbrook is an understatement. This guy's quickness and leaping ability make him a nightmare.
Well, Doris, you've said this many times. Few players as competitive as Russell Westbrook in the league. He goes full speed from start to finish, and you get the feeling he would play the entire game if his coach let him.
What I love most about Russell Westbrook is how much this guy just loves to compete. And it's that mentality that allows him to take over games, even if things aren't falling his way. It's hard to think of a guy who wants to win more in the league. You know, you see Russell Westbrook now, and you just assume he's going to put up a triple-double. I don't think we thought we'd ever see somebody average that for an entire season. But what an incredible accomplishment last year, and turned the NBA upside down with that feat.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Alex Lenz checked in for Lopez. Beasley comes in for Bryant. Davis Bertans checks in for C.J. Miles. And it's Ish Smith in for Beal. Westbrook against Caldwell Pope. 13 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And Westbrook with an incredible year in the triple-double average. He also broke Oscar Robertson's record for most triple-doubles in a single season. Doris, wonderful ceremony with the two of them on the last day of last season.
What's incredible to me is Westbrook is already 4th on the all-time triple-double list. Think about it. He's in his prime, and he could pass names like the Big O, Magic Johnson, and Jason Kidd. This is truly extraordinary.
Washington shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first.
Well, still working to become a more accurate free throw shooter. And what you like about Len is he's getting to the free throw line a lot more consistently.
Here's Drummond. Buries it down low. Drummond's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, terrific work finishing a soft move like that. The finger roll.
That'll do it for the first half. Lakers lead by 9. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, that was important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got to offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 20 points, 5 assists, and 1 rebound. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, it's what LeBron does. Overpowers you with his strength, overwhelms you with his athleticism, but more than that, he beats you down mentally. Very few guys in the history of the league can do the kinds of things we saw him do in the first half. But I used to do it. What? I didn't hear what you said, Ernie.
Kenny, what's your take on Washington so far?
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting the team rain that many threes on you. And at that higher percentage, guys aren't fighting through screens. They're not staying with their shooters. They're not helping out. Just bad basketball on a defensive end. They've got to tighten it up on a high level in the second half.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half.
Welcome back, folks. A lot to see in that shot from high above Washington, the Capitol, the Supreme Court, the Lincoln Memorial. That is one heck of a view. Wizards trail by 9. So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Anthony Davis. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's LeBron in at the 3. Lakers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Here's Davis. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Now here's Miles. There's Beal with the 3. And Davis pulls it down. He dishes it to Schroeder. Davis sets a screen. Schroeder passes to Caldwell-Pope. LeBron against Miles. That shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good. Washington shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Westbrook kicks to Bryant. Lopez a screen. Lopez sets a screen for Miles. Outside for Beal. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for James.
When it rains, it pours. These threes aren't easy. I mean, he's draining them from all over. Quite often, there's a hand in his face or a defender closing out right at him. But every time he's looked as cool as ever and found the bottom of the net.
And Drummond kicks to James. Schroeder up top. He feeds it to Drummond. Shot clock at 6. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Westbrook kicks to Bryant. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, Westbrook can be a pass-first mentality when necessary. How about the recognition from the crafty guard?
Schroeder kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Drummond. Lopez with the block.
You know, it's blocks like that which make Lopez such a factor in the paint. Boy, searching for some rhythm here at the start of the second half. That's their 3rd straight miss.
Schroeder against Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Lopez a screen. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Westbrook.
It's imperative to stay attached to Russell Westbrook at all times. Even if picks are involved, you cannot allow him to get separation.
Caldwell Pope with a screen for Drummond. Schroeder kicks to LeBron. A three-pointer is right on target. James has got 23.
Well, after missing their first 3 shots, they finally get one to go in this half.
Right side, Westbrook shoots over Schroeder, and it's Westbrook. That time on the assist from Beal. Beal's got his 4th assist in this one. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And one issue we saw with the Wizards last postseason, Doris, was their bench.
Right, a large part of that is the bench just didn't have any explosive scoring. On the season, their bench was bottom 3 in the league in group efficiency, and that's an area they greatly wanted to improve upon this year.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Lopez dishes to Westbrook. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
Russell Westbrook, an absolute terror, someone who uses his body so well to draw contact.
Doris, you've seen the game from many different angles. If you were a general manager, what would you look for if you were hiring a coach?
You know, it seems to me one of the most important aspects of being a head coach in the NBA, your ability to be a people person, to relate, to pull the strings that motivate different types of players. You know, I look at someone like Steve Kerr, who seems to have such a great feel for the pulse of his team, that seems to understand the players who respond well to sort of him getting in their grill. The other players who maybe need to be pulled aside privately because pride is in play. Listen, everybody has X's and O knowledge as a head coach in the NBA, or they wouldn't be in that position. To me, it's as much about managing egos and minutes and being a good person and invested in those players as it is the X and O's.
Have you ever seen a great coach who wasn't also a great communicator in their own way?
No, I think communication may be the #1 skill aside from obviously basketball acumen.
And Washington making a change here. Neto's checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. McLemore is checked in.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Lopez a screen. To the paint. Here's Bryant. Lopez.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Miles against LeBron. Miles the pass to Westbrook. Misses the 3. Lakers leading by 7. Davis kicks to McLemore. Passes it to James. Shoots over Miles. And Gasol able to finish.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
There's a screen. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. A three-pointer off the mark. In the corner, it's McLemore. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got assist number 8 now on the night. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Well, you wonder if with this timeout they're going to shake things up defensively because everything they've thrown at him to this point has not worked. He's on a roll.
And, of course, always keeping an eye on the top rookies in the league. We get a chance to see the first-year players with the most steals this season. Los Angeles on D. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Westbrook passes to Neto. Kept alive by Washington.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Here's James. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And now it's up to 25 points for LeBron.
Boy, when James is operating on the block like there, it's a thing of beauty. How far has his interior game come since he entered the league?
Here's Westbrook. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Westbrook's got 32 points in the game.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
And here we go, the Wizards' fast break. Westbrook leading the charge. A rebound by the Lakers. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. Schroeder up top, 5 points in the game.
Boy, the mid-range becomes slightly more difficult when the defense is as active as they are there.
From deep, Neto, rebounded by the Lakers. Schroeder, right side, pass to Davis. It's stolen by Bryant. Here's Neto. He's guarded by Schroeder. Back to Neto. Lopez a screen. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
For Washington, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Lenz checked in for Lopez. Beasley comes in for Bryant. Davis Bertans checks in for C.J. Miles. And it's Ish Smith in for Russell Westbrook. Doris, with defensive rules now allowing teams to play a sort of soft zone, does that make it easier to hide bad defensive players on your team?
Well, it certainly gives you one avenue. I don't think you can play zone in the NBA for any extended periods because the coaching is too good and the skill level of the players would destroy a zone if you gave a steady diet of it. I do believe, however, that hiding a defensive weakness comes down to personnel. How many can you hide on one particular floor? Somebody's going to get exposed somewhere if there's too many.
No doubt. Smith kicks to Neto. Gasol against Len. Now here is Smith. He's guarded close, and there it is for him. Smith's got his first bucket in this one.
I'll tell you, Kev, they wouldn't object if all their looks were that close.
Outside Gasol. Pass to Matthews. The 11-footer. And that one goes long. Wizards trail by 9. Beasley up top. He has 6. Smith on the wing. Beasley the screen. A baseline J. And it's Smith missing. LA has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Pass to Kuzma. Covered by Smith. Picked by Harrell. A 3 from Matthews. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Don't you love how Matthews operates off these screens? Has a knack for knowing exactly where to be.
Smith kicks to Beasley. Here's Neto. There's the pass to Bertans. Here's Neto. Just 4 to shoot. Free throw line jump shot. Here's Bertans. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Matthews passes to Kuzma, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Kuzma's got 4 this quarter.
continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Neto.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Passes to Kuzma. Now Harrell. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside for Gasol. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Bertans passes to Smith. Len, a screen. Here's Bertans. He's covered by Matthews. Bertans kicks to Len. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Len's got it back down to single digits for the Wizards. Covered by Smith. Pass to Kuzma. Len with the block. But they get it back. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 10.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Smith on the wing. Beasley sets a screen for Smith to the inside. Matthews with it, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Matthews has got 7.
Gritty effort by Wes Matthews. Just buries himself in the paint and connects on a quality look.
Smith outside. Pass to Bertans. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beasley the screen. Jumper off the screen. Neto can't get it to go.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Pick by Harrell. Gasol, a screen on Smith. Feeds it to Harrell. Gasol against Len. No good from Gasol. Wizards trailed by 14. And here's Beasley. 6 points for him. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Lakers ahead. They lead by 12. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Lakers leading by 12. They've got Smith. He's out there with Bradley Beal. Cephalosha is out there with Beasley. And it's Bertans in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And they pick up 2.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches. And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, his production has been unbelievable. Really a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
What a turnaround in the second half. So much more accurate overall.
And in today's NBA, how about the value in having a guy at the center who has the versatility and the skill set of a Marc Gasol? With his passing and shooting, and he becomes a great zone buster for any team.
Smith outside. Teardrop shot. He can't get it to go. And it's the Lakers the other way. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Drains the three-pointer. And Marc Gasol becoming more aggressive, looking for his own offense.
And I thought at times in the past he was unselfish to a fault. His teammates egged him on, told him you're the best center in the game, go out there and dominate. And now it seems like he's becoming more comfortable in his skin.
4 on the shot clock. They need this. And again, Washington, no good. Los Angeles leading by 20. Covered by Smith. Kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Drummond the screen. The tray. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Washington. Bryant comes in for Bertzinus. Of course, not too long ago, changes were made to the intentional foul rule. In your observation, has this made a positive difference?
Well, I certainly love that the away from the play fouls were extended to include the last 2 minutes of each period. I don't think you should necessarily give an advantage to a team that is playing from behind by intentionally fouling a poor free throw shooter. So that's one. I do believe now the bigger issue in the NBA has become these shooting fouls where the shooter is launching himself into a defender. I think that the NBA will take a hard look at that and make any necessary change, Kev.
Totally agree, Doris, and I don't want to pinpoint one player, but James Harden has made that an art form.
That's correct. Boy, this guy's a rock. You know, this is a player that you can count on to produce under any circumstance.
Russell Westbrook in for Smith. And that one falls for Anthony Davis. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Beal against Caldwell Pope. And Beal kicks to Westbrook. Clock at 6. Goes up on the high post. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And the Lakers with another miss. Wizards have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Now here is Cephalosha, covered by LeBron. Cephalosha kicks to Westbrook. Plays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 10 points in just the second half.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
The Wizards have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. To the inside, Lopez. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
You know, don't let Lopez's size fool you. He's got very good touch on his jumper.
James outside. Schroeder outside. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 6 assists now in the game. Lopez a screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Doris, for you in evaluating how good a player was over his career. You can look at analytic statistics, whatever avenue you want to take. How important are the rings, the championships in that equation for you?
You know, I know there is some conversation that's saying if you don't have a ring, your career wasn't great. I would say this to you. Karl Malone and John Stockton are in no way diminished in terms of their Hall of Fame credentials simply because they lacked a ring. Sometimes it's the era within which you're operating. Michael Jordan was the greatest player of his generation. Some would say the greatest player of all time. I would say that Karl Malone and John Stockton, unfortunately, were at their peak, in the peak of maybe the greatest player, Michael Jordan. So in no way is someone like Patrick Ewing diminished in terms of his stature and greatness simply because the Knicks were never able to break through. I don't buy that argument.
You frame that so well. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And Miles kicks to Westbrook. Ryan in the post. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. The offensive rebound. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Up again. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. It's Schroeder with the drive. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Here's Westbrook, and he comes up with the deuce.
Russell Westbrook is an elite talent. He knows how to make tough shots.
Doris, some people are pushing for Holcomb Rucker to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. What do you think are the chances of that happening?
You know, I think contributions to the game take many shapes and forms, Kevin. And obviously, Rucker Park is one of the most identifiable places in the history of the game. If you're a city basketball player, you know Rucker Park. You tried to prove your bona fides there. So if the committee believes Mr. Rucker is worthy, I am all for it.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And Brewer kicks to Westbrook. He tries for 3, knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, you've got to respect Westbrook's ability to find the open spaces. What remarkable vision.
Right side Davis. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder.
Well, that's an example of 2 teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
And the Lakers with some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Markieff Morris. And James subbed in for Jared Dudley. Deal with it. Now defended by McLemore. It's stolen by McLemore. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it. Here's Drummond. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And not afraid to say it. If Drummond isn't the best rebounder in the NBA, he's got to be in the top 3. That goes for both ends of the floor. Just no way to hold him in check on the board.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Beal. And All-Star Week, a fan favorite, certainly, Doris. We all love it as broadcasters, as fans. But are there any changes you'd like to make in any event or the weekend overall?
Well, I think one thing that would be fascinating to me is to see the best players, for instance, the Klay Thompsons, the Steph Currys, those people, the best shooters in the league, participate in that particular three-point contest. Think back to Larry Bird when he walked in the locker room and said, who's coming in second tonight? Like, those are great. We can't get enough of our stars. I'd like to see the stars have to participate in at least one event, Kev.
Good thoughts.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half, and he also hit one in the first half, too.
It's Beal on the wing. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Davis sets a screen. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Lopez. Caldwell Pope against Beal. Off target from the baseline. Los Angeles leading by 22. Here's Davis. Makes it off the glass. Davis has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
And Westbrook, here we go. Davis with some nice D.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
Dishes to Caldwell Pope. Davis sets a screen. Shoots off the screen. Tips it up. Davis on the follow. Davis has got 14 points now in the second half.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Westbrook against Schroeder. Shoots over Schroeder. The Wizards with another miss.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Davis dishes to LeBron. Westbrook against Schroeder. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Beal against Caldwell Pope. The dish now to Miles. Lopez sets a screen for Miles. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
James in the post, defended by Miles. Lopez against Davis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And that one falls for Anthony Davis. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. Washington shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Neto kicks to Len. And there's the feed to Beasley. Neto with the bucket.
That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
Picked by Harrell. Out left to the wing. Now here's McLemore outside. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his third foul of the game. Washington shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Len, a screen. Len with a screen on Matthews. Shot off the screen. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Lakers shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for LeBron.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
And on the road, silencing the crowd. What a dominant performance.
Well, they took control of this game from the outset, a commanding all-around performance and an important road win.
And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Shot clock at 6. Here's Harrell. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
Now here's Beasley. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony, this was a win where you guys looked like you were confident and understood that you really can win every time out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, coming into every game, we think we can win each game, and we definitely believe that. And we got to go out there and fight every game, you know, hustle, our energy, our defense, and, you know, we're going to fight for the rest of the season.
Looking good out there right now, Anthony. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.